Hello friend, welcome to my channel, the House of Sugar Creek. I'm Taylor Bradford and I'm excited that you're here because today I'm taking you on a journey. Actually, you're not going to go anywhere, but we're going to go on a journey in this video to show you a before and after of a sofa and chair set that we actually picked up off the side of the road. And I have legitimately been spending most of today looking for that original video, and I don't have a clue where it went. I probably accidentally deleted it, but which makes me really sad, by the way. My husband called me and said, hey, I found this chair and sofa set, I need you to come help me. And then his phone died. And I had no clue where he was in town to go help him. So I looked at his most recent location with Find My iPhone and got over there, but he was gone. So I drove over to the shop and he had it in the back of his truck. I don't know how he manhandled this sofa and chair set into the back of his truck by himself, like superhuman strength. That's all I got. That's all I can figure out. Because this set is so incredibly heavy. It is probably made in the 40s. It is a channel back sofa set. A channel back just means that the tufting runs down in channels and it's beautiful. Now, it was in horrendous condition, as you will see. You will actually see, as soon as I cue the video forward, see me working on the sofa before I take it into upholstery. So it went to upholstery a few months ago. I just picked it up and I cannot wait to show you the reveal. So let's move into previous video already filmed that shows you what this sofa looked like prior to it actually becoming what it is now. And then I'm gonna do a reveal on what it looks like now. And I cannot wait to show it to you. And yeah, this was on the side of the road. It's going in for upholstery and new foam. And I'm actually about to start working on shoring up, because you can see right here that this is like barely hanging on. This is barely hanging on. And the springs just need a little bit of tucking in. You can tell that somebody tried to do that with strips, although I can tell you the strips were not, you can see, they were not that effective. And yeah, we're gonna work on this. So here we go. Okay, so the belly of this sofa is definitely gonna need some repair, but I cannot find my burlap, so I'm gonna have to order some. So it will have to wait until it comes back from upholstery, unfortunately. But what I'm doing right now is working on basically restaining, but without stain. So I wanna show you. This is how we picked this sofa up. So you can see it sat outside, unfortunately, in lots of weather. And you can tell how faded it is because I pulled the trim and it was kind of this peachy color, which ironically is what it's gonna turn back into. And I thought it was kind of serendipitous that this is the color it once was, and this is the color pretty close to the color it's going back to. But I don't really like this color, and I think it's faded a lot. And so I've took a sanding block and I scuffed it up a little bit, and then I used the shop vac to get as much dust as I can off of it. Now, like I said, I'm not using an actual stain, but you can already see how much richer this color is compared to what it was. So I want to show you what I'm using. I'm using Restore Finish in dark walnut, and it's got stain in it, but it's made to just restore color to faded wood, and it does blend out scratches and blemishes, removes white heat rings, and it's easy wipe on, wipe off. So I use a steel wool to do this. Thank you. And so you just put a little bit on there. Smart to wear gloves. And this is what I've got so far. And you can see we have damage, and I have a video of Chad taking out the original dowel so that we can repair this foot.
Okay, so first step, you want to get this. I'm just using a little die grinder with, I think it's a 30 grit. So I'm real careful with it, so because you don't want to get into this. Okay. And then I take my drill. There's the old one. Now it's ready for a dowel, 3/8 dowel, glue, set it on there, put a nail in it, and it's good as new.
So I already had previously put some of this Restore Finish on the foot, and that's when I determined, yes, this is exactly what I want to put back on this sofa. So I picked up a bigger dowel than what we had, because these guys are too small. So this is a 1/2 inch dowel, and he'll have to take his drill bit and drill that out just a little bit wider, not much wider than that, but the hole over here is wider, so the smaller dowel isn't gonna work. It's too wobbly. So this is what I'm working on right now, is getting this Restore Finish on the trim, which goes kind of all the way around. And you can see that at one point it was kind of this walnut color. So I guess just the sun faded it, who knows? But that's what I'm working on. And then it has a matching channel back chair as well that I will get out. And then they are both making a trip in for upholstery soon.
So what I did, this is a 1/2 inch dowel, and I drilled it a step under a 1/2 inch because you want an interference fit. You don't want it to be loose. So I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna put some glue in here. And this is gonna take this with it when I start tapping it. So I didn't want to go too far in there because it drilled a little deeper. And if you go too far, then this is gonna end up going up in there instead of going into here. You want it roughly 1/2 and 1/2. So don't drive this don't drive this all the way in. You want them to kind of go together. Okay. Nice and snug. Now we'll put the nail in to hold it. That's it.
It's kind of a beauty piece because there's not a, if you notice on the back side, there's not another leg. So it's kind of a little center support, but it's not taking the weight of the sofa, or the full weight, I should say.
Let me get
We'll put a little bit of filler in there, and then I'll touch it up with some of this Restore Finish. And you can see I've already kind of moved down this way, and it's starting to dry, so I need to take off some of this excess. We've got the Restore Finish on the wood accents. Looks so much better than it did. And now
I'm going to look to see if I have some kind of a wax to put on as a protector on this wood trim, because it'll help condition the wood at the same time. But it looks so much better. And you definitely want, if you're gonna do any kind of new upholstery and you need to work on your trim, you definitely wanna go ahead and do that before it's in, if you're the one that won't, or if your upholstery people won't do the trim work for you. So mine doesn't typically do the trim work for me, so, and you can see that I was able to use the old fabric as kind of like an oopsie. So if I had brand new fabric on this, I would have ruined it. So this is when you do it, before the new upholstery. Then you can just do your touch-ups with a Q-tip. Okay, so I found some Miss Mustard Seed hemp oil wood finish. And this actually over time is kind of like a wood hardener. And so you can see, allow 2 hours between coats. For additional protection, apply one of our wax top coats. So I'll probably still need a wax top coat, which I'll have to figure that out. But, and then maintenance, you can see it says apply a coat every other year or as needed. And then if you just want to restore the surface luster, you can wipe it with a small amount of oil. So this is what's going to happen next. The hemp oil has been placed, and like the bottle said, it'll take some time to cure. And then in the meantime, once it finally comes back from the upholstery shop, then I'll add a layer of wax to it to further protect the wood. But man, it looks so much better this way. And once I get the chair out to do the same exact process with, you'll be able to compare it to what it looks like right now, because the wood was just like what this one used to be, and then compare it to this. So out in the daylight, here is the chair that I haven't put the Restore Finish on. You can see the couch in the background has the Restore Finish. What a huge difference that is. Oh man, this is gonna be really pretty once it's done.
Okay, are you ready for the reveal? I bet you are. Let's do this. Of course, I have to actually make this a reveal. Look how pretty she is. She doesn't have a name yet. Look how pretty. She is a gorgeous peach color. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. And you'll notice that the wood looks really great with this color. And oh, I was glad I did that before it got upholstered, because that could actually end up being super messy. Now I mentioned that she has a matching chair. Here is the matching chair. Now it may look a little pink in the video, but I promise you she is a gorgeous peachy color, peachy pink. And what a set, you guys. What a side of the road find. Like, legit. And she's comfy, and her chair is comfy, and like I said, I still need to come up with a name. I still need to actually take a photograph of her and get her listed on the website. Yes, my sofas are named after females. They are vintage names, and I just use a vintage baby name website to help me name my sofas. But if you become a Sugar Creek client, you do actually have the opportunity to name one of my pieces through my reward program. Now, I'm curious to know if you like to see transformation videos, because every one of my pieces, and as I'm staring through the room, Every one of my upholstered sofas has been in for transformation. It has gotten new upholstery. Now, obviously, I'm 6.5 years into business, and I didn't do a ton of filming back then. So it would have to be like I show you a photo that's randomly in my iPhone of what the actual sofa used to look like, and then do a reveal as to what it looks like now. And I can totally do that. I could actually probably do that as just a video of everything I have now that got transformed. Because, oh my gosh, if you could have seen some of the pieces that we picked up. And a lot of this stuff, I have to show you something. Let me just show you, because I'm thinking this is going to be a future video soon. A lot of the pieces were picked up off the side of the road, or I got super, super cheap because people just didn't really know what they had. Let me show you, case in point. This beautiful navy sofa, oh my gosh, I totally lied earlier. This one is a boy name. This is Wallace navy sofa. I wonder why I named it a boy. Most of the others are girl names. That one right there is Jewel. That one right there is Willa. And the others have girl names. Right now, I cannot think of what her name is. But they have girl names. But this one, for whatever reason, I named a boy name. Because even that one, right next to it, that's Margot. That was actually named after one of our brides. And the other one next to it, it is a girl name. I don't know. I must have had a brain fart. Anyways, this is Wallace. And Wallace has a matching club chair. And both of these were on the side of the road. Both of these beautiful pieces were on the side of the road. And my husband picked them up. And they went in for upholstery. And now look how stunning. How stunning. Wallace. And I think this is Owen, the club chair. The chairs that I have are definitely named after boys. I do not know why this one got named Wallace, but that's just how it is. So I think I'm going to totally do a before and after video showing what these pieces used to look like so that you can see the major transformation from them. I mean, I remember when I picked up this sofa, and right now, I don't know why I can't remember her name. This sofa right behind me, the belly of the sofa was completely hanging out of it. Like I had to do a major repair on it. So yes, I think I'm going to do that. That's going to be coming down the pipeline. So stay tuned for that. This has me excited. Stay tuned for that. Transformation video coming at you soon, showing the before and afters of some of my most beloved pieces that my clients absolutely love. We are known for our lounges, we are known for our backdrops, and you should absolutely see a peek behind what they looked like before what they look like now. So until then, if you missed last week's episode, it's time to click right there and get to watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? Click that.